Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we're back on the Update Winged Lions dev server, and it's time to have a look at something which isn't technically on the dev server, it's in the files. We had a look at it on the last dev server in the files, but now we can actually see it for real, and this is the Eugenio di Savoia. This is an Italian light cruiser, and it's one of those vehicles which I think is definitely worth having a look at, just because it's pretty interesting. It's a Condottieri class light cruiser, so it's actually in the same class of ship as the USSR one, which isn't in the game yet, the Kerch, which we've seen, this machine right here, which might come in as a premium or might not, but yeah, they're part of the same class, which is why they look very similar. The major differences between them are obviously the secondary armaments. So the Eugenio di Savoia has access to 4 dual-mounted 152mm guns, and also has 3 dual-mounted 100mm guns, then 4 dual 37s and 10 single 20mm. So it has a lot of AAs, but not huge guns when it comes to the AAs. And I've got to be honest with you, I haven't had the best of luck with Italian AA when it comes to actually keeping me alive. But you can see the 37s all along here, which look really nice, and then also the main guns, which look pretty cool as well. It does have a fire director on the machine, so it doesn't unfortunately have any stats next to it. One of the things you might notice is obviously there are a few missing things here. So the max speed doesn't exist, neither does the crew, unless you think this thing's manned by 15 crew, which it obviously isn't. And it does also have torpedoes, so it has 6, 3 either side, which are pretty cool. And the fire director is slightly off in that area. So the guns themselves, they have a fire rate of 8 rounds a minute, which is okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. And also, I'm pretty sure we have these guns, or at least very similar guns, on other Italian vehicles, so you can kind of guess where they're going to be. With the 20mm of hull armor, there is actually a substantial amount of extra armor on this as well, 50mm belt, which is quite nice, and then a 20mm above it. All of the 20mm also have the 8mm shields as well. The 15mm is on the 100mm, and then the guns themselves have 80mm thick armor all around them, with a little bit of armor even on the ammo elevators, which will hopefully stop some of the ammunition detonation, which happens when people use AP rounds. The bridge as well has access to 60mm of rolled homogeneous, and at 5.3, you know, stuff's going to be able to pen it, but at least it stops HE spam at you, which is quite nice. At the same time, when we have a look at its mods, unfortunately they don't exist, and this shows that this vehicle is nowhere really near completion. It is seen as at least a tech tree vehicle right now, an event vehicle, because you can't purchase it for GE, but that's really about it when it comes to it. There's nothing too much in this vehicle. The Kerch is in a much better state at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see both of them added at the same time, whether it's in this update or in a future one. I doubt this is going to be an event vehicle, pretty sure this is going to be in the tech tree, but we'll have to see when it comes down to it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Professor X 1718, Orange Tail, Sakoshi Tiger, BRFC 15, Teddy, John Ryman, Universe A, Eugens Terry, Ambrosius McClellan, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, and then Kyle Kin, Barine, Lafouche, and also Samuel Slick for supporting the channel.